first grade, I decided to structure my math video a little bit differently today because, well, why not? So today for fluency, you're just going to need a piece of paper and a pencil or a chalkboard, whatever you guys are kind of working with. And we are going to play like a true and false kind of game. So your first problem, you're going to just write them down, and then we'll go through if they're true or if it's a false statement. So your first one is 6 is greater than 10. Your next one you're going to write down is 7 is less than 20. Your third one, 25 is greater than 23. Your fourth one, 24 is less than 26. 49 is greater than 45. 54 less than 63. 72 is greater than 62. And your last one, 73 is less than 67. All right, so now go ahead, if you need to, go ahead and pause this video so that you guys can go through and answer if it's true or false. And then once you come back in, we can join back in together. Okay, so let's go back to 6 is greater than 10. And if you answered false, you are correct because obviously we know that 6 is less than 10. Your next one, we said 7 less than 20, and that is true. Your next one, 25 is greater than 23, which is also a true statement. Your next one, 24 is less than 26. If you answered that's true, then you are correct. Here. Your next one, 49 is greater than 45. Yes, that is true. 54 is less than 63. True. 72 greater than 62. True. And then our last one, 73 is less than 67, and that is false. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read our application problem, and remember, I'm going to read it through twice, and then we're going to decipher the information and what the problem is asking us. Okay, so, Haley saw 10 cheetahs at the zoo. She saw 8 more leopards than cheetahs. How many leopards did she see at the zoo? All right, last time. Haley saw 10 cheetahs at the zoo. She saw 8 more leopards than cheetahs. How many leopards did she see? Okay, so let's go ahead and ask ourselves, what is this problem asking us to do? We heard the vocabulary word more, so that should tell us that we are adding the numbers together, more, adding on. So I'm going to go ahead and use a black pen so you guys can see this. And on your paper, let's go ahead and solve using the tape diagram method that we've been using. So your first tape diagram, and we're going to do like a double comparison one. I'm going to label it as a C for cheetah, and I'm going to mark a 10 in the center. So, something to that effect. Next, we're going to mark an L for leopard. And now we know we're adding on 8 more to the 10, right? So it should be, it's going to have 2 pieces. One side is going to have a 10, one side is going to have an 8, and then the little brackets at the end, or at the bottom I should say, we're going to put a question mark because we don't know, we haven't solved that yet. So we should look something to this, and then your little, your addition sentence is going to read as 10 plus 8 equals a mystery box. So let's think in our heads how we can solve this, which should be pretty simple because we're just adding on to a 10. And if you do put the 8 in the ones place, that becomes 18. So then your final solution sentence should say, Haley saw 18 leopards. Okay, so this is how your notebook should kind of be set up for this lesson. Okay, perfect. And so now moving into the concept development, you guys are going to need a set of, if you can, I would find a nickel, a dime, and some pennies. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video right here and then join back in when you have your materials, I'm just going to be working out of like a little coffee cup jar and trying to just dig around to find the coins that I need. So for this first one, let's just kind of go over some general vocabulary and what each one is worth. So let's go ahead. We have a quarter, and this is worth 25 cents. And we're going to kind of put that into relative terms here in a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. Next, we have a dime, and this is worth 10 cents. And if you notice, when you compare it in size, the quarter is larger than the dime. So that's one little trick I like to kind of give off, is that it's smaller, so it's worth less. So this is worth 10 cents. This is worth 25 cents. Quarter, a dime. Next, we have a nickel, and this is worth 5 cents. It's upside down. Sorry, guys. Right here. 5 cents. And then we have the penny, and the penny is the only one that's different colors than the other one. It's copper, and this one is worth 1 cent. So let's go ahead and go in doing some little comparisons. So if I have a nickel, this is worth 5 cents. Ask yourself in your brain, how many pennies would I need to equal 5 cents? So let me go ahead. You guys need to root around in your little coin jar. Be my guest. Or if you want to just draw circles, that's totally fine. Or I know someone got really creative and they were using pipe cleaners. So you guys can do whatever materials you have available to your house. Okay, I'm going to try to make, so let's see. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies would equal 1 nickel. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and dig through all of that, but if I wanted to have 10 cents, this is 5 cents, and I wanted to get to 10 cents, ask yourself, how many pennies would you need? And if you answered 10 pennies, you are correct. Next, let's go ahead. If I have 25 cents, let's count by fives how many times I would have to count out by 5. So I would need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I would need 5 sets of 5, or 25 pennies, to equal a quarter. All right, let's see what else they have for us here to solve. Okay, so I have a little problem for you guys. You're going to need some space to write on your notebook. So, Maria has 5 cents in her pocket. Draw coins to show 2 different ways she could have 5 cents. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to draw squares because I am not an artistic person. So, I'm just drawing squares. So, let's see. So, we have 2 pockets. So, they need to have 5 cents. So, we could do what? We could draw a nickel in one of her pockets, and I'm just going to write the number 5. I'm going to write nickel on it because I cannot draw. Okay, and then in our other one, let's see. Okay, and then in her other pocket, right, she could have 5 pennies, or she could have just 1 nickel to represent 5 cents in her pocket. Okay, and then let's do one more little thing. Ooh, okay. If I have 10 cents, let's see here. If I have 10 cents plus another 10 cents, how many do I have? If you count by tens, this is why we've been counting by tens this whole time for fluency, to kind of build ourselves up to this math, money math that we can do. So let's see, we have 10 cents plus another 10 cents, and that becomes 20 cents. Perfect. Let's see if we do, if I have 25 cents and I take away 5 cents, what do I end up with? I end up with 10 cents, or 20 cents, sorry, 25 minus 5, 20 cents. Okay. All right. Let's do one more. Let's go ahead and say you have a nickel, 5 cents, and you take away 2 cents. What do you have left? You would only have 3 cents left. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. I will see you at our Zoom, or our Google Hangout meeting later today. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Make sure you wash your hands after if you are working with money, because money has lots of germs. All right, guys, I'll see ya. Bye.